Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw tips and tricks. This is part 2. This is the one I traced. This is the one I just drew. And I think I could draw it in about 2 minutes. And it's really, really easy. And the reason I decided to draw it or to do it was just kind of show people what you could do. 7.2, I'm going to change my nudge factor to like 8. And I'm going to make the triangle first. A lot of people don't realize you could make that rounded triangle, polygon, 3-sided, and then convert it to a curve. And I would actually take the nodes with the shape tool and delete those inner nodes. Now have it selected and go to Windows, Dockers, Corners, and I'm going to round it off maybe maybe a little bit more. So I'm going to back up. Well, it was just showing what it was going to do. I'm going to do it 0.35. Now, here's a little lesson on contouring this item. We're going to contour it 2 ways, and you'll see the difference. Go to Effects and Contour. I'm going to contour the inside 1/4 inch. See how the corners are now kind of squished? So in this case, you want to contour to the outside that 1/4 inch, and then you have more rounded corners. Now, go up to Object and break the contour apart, but then group it, Control G. And we're going to bring this into our graphic because we want to make it about the same size. And I'm going to double click on it. I'm going to move the rotation of that corner, and I'm going to rotate it around. Now we're not perfect, but we can, because we have it grouped together. Now I can move the corner to that corner and just rotate it around a little bit. I'm pretty close to size. I'm going to go ahead and make it just a hair smaller. Holding down the Shift key, it'll bring it in from all sides. I'm going to call that good. So there's our triangle. The next thing, and it's, I don't like manually tracing, but something like this is easy. 2-point line, node. I'm just letting off the mouse button. And I'm going from node to node. I'm going to back up there. Kind of got off. And look at this. There's our item. Now we're a little bit off, but you could adjust that and make your triangle a little bit bigger. We're going to go ahead and do that. Holding down the Shift key, it'll grow from the outside in. Now I'm going to take the virtual segment delete key. I don't really have to at this time, but all this is going to be black. I know, because when we just got through tracing the first one, and I want nothing in the way because I want it to all one big piece. Now the chord. Let's go with a 3-point curve line. Go from about right there to right there. Now you can't get it perfect, but get it close and then grab the shape tool. Let's get right in the middle and then take your handle and see how you can make your handles individually stretch that out until you get it pretty close. I'm going to move that down a little bit. See if you move your handle down just a hair and in. That's close enough. I'm going to nudge it over. I am going to go to and make this line a little bit thicker. That's probably pretty good. I am going to Object, Outline to an object, left click, right click. Now we could move our chord around, just a little bit, make it more like the picture. Take your virtual segment delete key and delete that. Now our nudge is going to be kind of off it. It doesn't really matter. Take a rectangle, just make it a rectangle. With your ratio unlocked, we're going to go chamfer these two. And I'm just going to, it's not going to do it perfectly, but let's just do them equally. Now take this node with the shape tool. Well, what I'm going to do now is convert it to a curve. Now I can move the individual node, holding down the control button so I can't get off. Holding down the control button so I can't get off. Well, this I can be off a little bit. Now I have the other node selected. Now these have a little bit of roundness to it. I keep forgetting to. Now if you want that perfect, grab both those nodes right here and go to align vertically. Put those two nodes the same. Now I'm going to go ahead and do it. Let's select these two nodes and right click and turn them into a curve. By doing that, you can get you that little bit of a curve to it. Now, if I was going to doing this for real, I might take it away and make it perfectly even. Grab these two nodes, and I think I'll do that just to show you. I turn them into a curve. I'm going to make my nodes. Now, I want it to be symmetrical. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to nudge it up. And then what I'm going to do, you see, it might not be symmetrical. I'm going to Control D, and then I'm going to mirror it. See how it's off just a little bit? But if you take the Smart Fill tool, fill that in, I'm nudging way too far. I'll left click, right click. Now we're going to nudge this down. Now we're a little bit off because our nudge was off, because we made our lines differently. I'd go in and take that, do that. These are really easy. Make you a rectangle about that shape. With your ratio unlocked, go to rounded corners and just go uphill. Oh, I'm doing the wrong one because that was the one I was doing for 4. So I need to use these two. And then I'm just do the same. Now we got it. I could hit the plus key on the keyboard, move that one down to there, grab both those and nudge them over, and then, we're off again because we kind of started off. So if you hold down the control button so it won't let you get them off, and then you could elongate it, whatever you wanted to do. And now watch this easy. Smart Fill tool, black. I'm going to nudge that out of the way because then we'll have these lines. And then Smart Fill tool, eyedropper, nudge it up, and in 2 or 3, 5 minutes, you can draw that and it'll be a perfect, crisp, sharp vector file. Very printable and sharp as it. Much better than, I could draw it quicker than I could trace it, because if you look, this is kind of like I got like a little bit of curve to it. And there's some other hiccups maybe, where these are perfectly straight lines. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.